Sunday. Sunday's my favorite day of the week. Sunday is also the most important day of the week to me. I try not to have a ton of obligations on Sundays except for to myself, to do whatever it is I need to do to take care of myself. I'm gonna take you along for my Sunday today to show you what that means. I used to do like my deep clean of the house, change my sheets, all of that stuff on Sunday. I needed a day between Sunday and Monday basically, so I had to move my Sunday clean to my Saturday clean. What happens is that I start cleaning around the house. My work desk just becomes like the table, and like we all know the table that you just throw everything on. So I have to clean that up every Sunday because I never get to it on Saturday. It's become like a habit. I'm excited to spend some time outside. It has been a week of rain, like a literal week of rain, and I'm not even exaggerating. I'm saying it's been a week of rain and you're like, Jackie, it didn't really rain for a week. And not only did it rain for a week, but we had catastrophic flooding. 8 inches of rain in one day was crazy. So the fact that it's gonna be nice out today, I definitely wanna make sure I spend some time outside with the sun. It's supposed to be warm too. I'm excited about that. I was not ready to give up summer. I just want to bring you kind of like along on my day, and it's not going to be anything extravagant. It's going to be a regular old Sunday for me, but it's going to be easeful, it's going to be relaxing, it's going to be peaceful. It's so important for me to make sure I have Sunday in that state of ease and rest and rejuvenation, taking care of myself, because during the week it's not always easy to do. Sometimes you wake up and you have to jump right into the day. Sometimes you are up later than you want to be, so you can't do your evening routine before bed. If I can at the very least take Sunday to myself to do whatever I want, whatever it is that I do on Sundays, it recharges me. It recharges me mentally, spiritually, physically. That's really my only stipulation for Sunday. It doesn't have to look a certain way, and I think that we get stuck in our routines. You know, this is my routine for self-care, this is my routine for this is what I have to do, and this is my Sunday routine. My Sunday routine isn't really a routine per se. I mean, I end up cleaning up that desk every Sunday lately, but for the most part, my Sunday routine is to take care of myself mentally, spiritually, physically, to recharge all of my batteries, to make sure that I am taking care of myself, to do things that just fill me up, and to not do anything that drains me. And I feel like that's so important, especially now, especially in today's day and age, that, you know, we don't always do that, and sometimes we never do that. For the last few years, I've been really working on healing my body, my gut health and my metabolism being kind of like main priorities. And one of the biggest changes that I made was I stopped drinking coffee first thing in the morning, and I started to make myself breakfast. I think I went damn near 2 decades without eating breakfast, so this was like a really big shift for me. And now I'm not a doctor, this isn't medical advice, I'm just talking about what worked for me. And now that it's autumn, I started making stewed apples for breakfast again. I cook apples in butter to soften them up, and then I add a little bit of water, cover the pot to get them really soft, and when they're ready, I add ginger, cinnamon, cardamom, and cloves, some nice warming herbs. And then I top it off with some hemp seed for protein and pumpkin seeds. This is really such an easy breakfast, and it's also so delicious. On chilly mornings, the warmth and the spice is like a warm hug on my belly, and honestly, it makes me wonder how I skipped breakfast for so long. Normally on Sundays, I like to go to the evening classes at the gym. I go to a restorative and a Kundalini class. They really tend to my energy. I consider it yoga for my energetic body, but today I feel like sweating. I am going to the heated class And I plan on sweating so much I have an extra shirt to change into. Then I'm gonna stay for yin yoga. So I'm gonna take 2 classes back to back. And yeah, I'm on my way there now. Oh, fuck. Forgot my water bottle. I'm back on the road with my water bottle this time. I think it's really important to re-stress something I was saying earlier, just about not sticking to a strict routine for Sunday and really just making the routine whatever my mental, physical, and spiritual self needs. If I was trying to stick to a really strict routine, then I would have made sure to go to Kundalini and restorative this evening, even though my body wants something different. I'm still going to yoga. I'm still doing something. It's at a different time than I'm typically used to, but that's okay because I don't really schedule shit except for self-care on Sundays. So I have the time, I have the space. I create my Sundays to be a day where I can wake up and do whatever I want. So this morning I woke up and my body was like, hey, let's go to heated yoga. And I was just like, all right, let's do it. And that's what I'm doing because that's what my body wants today. And I want to make sure that I can give that to my body, because during the week, you know, if my body wants to go to hot yoga, but I have a client or some other obligation, I can't do that, but I can on Sundays. And that's why it's so important to prioritize your self-care on Sundays. I'm not quite at the recording my group yoga practice level of comfort with this here vlogging stuff. So here's my yoga mat and here's my crazy hair after heated yoga. I have a proper natural high because that's what yoga does. And that's why I went to those 2 classes today. It feels so good. I can't even put my shoes on right now. When I got home, I made some quick chicken thighs with the side of tzatziki. I was so hungry and I really needed to put some protein in my body. And then I took a nice, long, hot shower. And the shower was so good that I was like, I need to extend this experience. And I decided to also have a bath with some Epsom salt and some flowers. I've been doing this thing where I let my hair dry in the sun. Don't tell my Italian ancestors, they will roll over in their grave. But I just face the back of this chair to the sun and I sit with the sun to my back. It dries the back of my hair, dries the top of my head, and it feels really good. And I also did like a 20-minute meditation in this chair, and then I spent some time feeding my fish and just enjoyed the sun in the afternoon. It's actually really cute. We've had these fish for years, but they only started making babies this year. So now there's 3 little babies in our fish pond. I actually really love letting my hair dry in the sun. This makes my hair so soft. I've also been doing this thing where I don't comb my hair out until it's dry. And I've really noticed just like a drastic increase in the health of my hair. Like my hair is just healthier and it has more volume as well. I have finished everything around my house. I meditated, I showered, I washed my hair, I went to my gym classes. It is just about 4 p.m. I don't have anything else on my agenda for the day. That's what I love about Sundays. It might be boring, there might be not much going on, but that's what I love about it. Talk about a proper recharge, not having much to do. Now I am on my way to go get some fish. I want to have some salmon for dinner, and I normally try to avoid grocery stores on the weekends in general, especially Sundays, but it is the most beautiful day ever out, and it rained for a whole week straight, so I have a feeling no one's going to be there because everyone's going to be out doing their things. I'm going to listen to my horoscope for the month of October on Chris Corsini's Instagram page.
Scorpio, welcome to your October reading. You have 3 aces here.
I was dead wrong. It is packed at the store. I had to park in a place that I'd never parked before. So this salmon better be good tonight. Just taking a slow moment of appreciation for the season shift and the fact that there are cute little pumpkins outside of the grocery store now. It is like 7:30-ish. I am starting to get ready for bed. I'm doing a little bit of skincare. I don't go to bed at 7:30, but I like to kind of like get off the phone around that time. Take the time to just like wind down. I am starting to believe that a nighttime routine is way more important than a morning routine. The same way that I believe a Sunday routine is more important than all the other routines throughout the week. By the way, Botanical Tallow Balm, I will put the link to this in the description of this video. This is the most amazing moisturizer ever. It smells good. Like usually tallow balm has a smell. This one does not. My nighttime routine, I'm gonna do like a whole spiel on that. This is my first vlog, so don't hate me if it sucks. The main premise of me making this video and posting it on Mindset Monday, if you want to have a mindset that you can manage, if you want a positive mindset, if you want an open mind, if you want a mind that can handle challenges and be resilient, if you want to roll with life instead of life rolling over you, you have to control what goes on in here. And you can't control what goes on in here if you don't take the time to take care of yourself. Circling back to what I said in the very beginning when I first woke up, now I'm saying it again before I go to bed, it is almost impossible to ensure that every day of the week that you take care of yourself, because there are so many things that go into every single day. You might have the plan to spend an hour of self-care before you go to bed, but then you get stuck in traffic on your way home. The train that you're on is on a track that another train gets derailed on. We have no control over life. The only thing we have control over is ourselves. So I like to make the time for Sunday to be whatever I want it to be catering to myself, to be nourishing, to spend time in nature, to take care of my body. I'm sure there are a million Sunday vlogs on the internet that are so cool and full of fun, and maybe this day wasn't that, but it was rejuvenating. It was everything I needed it to be in order to be able to show up for the entire week. I have a very busy week upcoming, and if I didn't take the time today, who knows what could have happened. This isn't going to be my last vlog. I will do more vlogs. If you loved it, leave a comment. If you hated it, leave a comment. If you have feedback, leave a comment. I'm open to constructive criticism. I'm open to non-constructive criticism. If you just want to criticize, go for it. Thank you again for coming back to my channel, and I will see you at the end of the week.